Hey teachers! Today we're performing what can only be described as academic necromancy. That's right, I'm going to teach you how to bring your dead class back to life. Fast. Now, you know the look. You walk in ready to deliver an absolute masterpiece of a CI lesson. Your slides are perfect, your props are prepped, and you even remembered your coffee this time. And then, silence. Dead silence. You ask, ¿Cómo estás? And you get 3 grunts, 1 shrug, and a student who says, Estoy tired. You look around the room and you start wondering if someone secretly replaced your students with wax figures from Madame Tussauds. We've all been there. That dreadful moment when your classroom has the energy of a broken Chromebook. And when that happens, most teachers panic. They start yelling, threatening quizzes, or worse, they pull out a worksheet. But not you, not today, because today I'm giving you 3 emergency engagement hacks that you can use to revive your class faster than a Diet Pepsi IV drip. And no, you don't need magic, dancing skills, or a therapy llama. Though let's be honest, the llama would definitely help. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do next time your students flatline mid-lesson. Let's bring the joy and brain activity back to your classroom in 3 minutes or less. All right, let's start with a hack number 1. The plot twist hook. This one is my personal favorite because it's so simple and so chaotic that your students literally cannot ignore it. Here's the idea. Instead of starting class with your usual routine, the greetings, the warm-up, and how was your weekend, skip all of that. Jump straight into the middle of a ridiculous, dramatic, or confusing situation. Picture this. You walk into class, drop your bag, and say, completely serious, "So, I may have lost a llama." Instantly, every head pops up and someone says, "Wait, what?" Someone else starts giggling. One kid there's always one says, "Profe, are you okay?" And boom, you've got them. You've created a story seed. Now build the tiniest story around it using CI language. La llama se llama Paco. Paco tiene un secreto. Paco no está en la escuela. Paco está en Target. The llama's name is Paco. Paco has a secret. Paco is not at school. Paco is in Target. You don't even need a PowerPoint or an objective on the board. You've hijacked their attention by doing the one thing they didn't expect, making class unpredictable. Here's the psychology behind it. The brain is wired to notice what's different. When your students expect the same old Spanish class and instead get mysterious missing llama, their curiosity kicks in. And curiosity is the antidote to apathy. Now, for extra flavor, grab a prop. Anything works. A sombrero, a banana, a plush llama, a sock puppet. The weirder, the better. Hold it up like it's the Holy Grail and say, "This changed everything." Boom, instant engagement. You've turned a dead moment into a live one. Here's a pro tip. If you want a ready-made bank of these ridiculous hooks, complete with story prompts, visuals, and no prep slides, they're all in my CI survival kit. Seriously, it's like having an emergency defibrillator for your classroom energy. Just open, project, and watch your students' brains reboot. So next time your class looks like they've collectively a straw projected, don't panic. Just drop a plot twist, surprise them into caring again. Hack number 2, the move it or snooze it reset. Let's be honest. No one can sit still for 50 minutes and pretend to be engaged, especially teenagers, especially after lunch, especially when someone brought Takis. Movement is your best friend here because physical activity resets mental energy. You can literally see the engagement level rise as soon as students stand up, move around, or compete in some small, silly way. Here are 3 of my favorite fast, low-stress ways to make this happen. Number 1, find someone who. Speed rounds. This one's gold. Give them simple prompts like find someone who likes pizza, find someone who hates mornings, find someone who has a pet that could survive a zombie apocalypse. They get up, walk around, and actually speak the language. You're getting input and output at the same time, and the movement breaks the monotony. It's like conversational cardio. Number 2, silent charades. You want chaos? Controlled chaos? Do silent charades. Pick vocab words or phrases from your story and let one student act it out while the rest guess in the target language. No speaking, only gestures and facial expressions. The guessing becomes a mini shouting match in Spanish, and suddenly everyone's emotionally invested in whatever baila como una vaca is the right answer. 3, statues. This one is pure comedy gold. Call out commands in Spanish like baila, duerme, llora como un bebé. They freeze mid-action like living museum exhibits. You walk around judging their dramatic performance like a talent show host. You'd be amazed at how quickly laughter translates into engagement. The room goes from Zombie Town to interactive theater in 30 seconds flat. The magic of these movement-based resets is that they trick students into learning by doing. They're laughing, moving, and processing input all at once, which, let's be honest, is about as close to CI Nirvana as it gets. So next time you see the dreaded dead stare trifecta, glazed eyes, heads down, and that one kid whispering, "What page are we on?" stand up. Literally, get them moving, and you'll feel the atmosphere shift immediately. Hack number 3 is one that separates the meh class from the I can't believe that we're actually into this class. It's called the fake it till they wake it. Because here's the secret no one tells you. Your class mirrors your energy. If you walk in looking exhausted, monotone, and mildly traumatized from grading essays, your students will mirror that energy. They'll sink into it like emotional quicksand. But if you walk in pretending to be excited, even if you're not, they'll eventually catch up. So exaggerate, overact, channel your inner telenovela star. When a student says, El gato corre, clutch your heart dramatically and whisper, Que emoción. When someone guesses a word right, throw your arms up like they just cured boredom forever. It feels silly, but that's the point. Energy is contagious, and students love when teachers lean into the absurd. Pro tip, humor isn't a distraction. It's a delivery system. You can sneak in tons of language input when everyone's laughing because their brains are too busy enjoying themselves to realize they're learning. And if you're out of ideas or running on teacher fumes, don't suffer. That's exactly why I made the CI Survival Kit, your monthly dose of story slides, hooks, and zero prep engagement activities for Spanish, French, and German teachers. It's basically caffeine for your teaching soul, minus the jittery guilt. So remember, when your class starts to slip into that silent abyss, act like it's the most exciting day of your life. Smile bigger, react louder, pretend you're the star of CI Idol. They'll follow your lead, and eventually you'll believe it too. Let's pause for a second and talk about why these hacks work. Because this isn't random teacher voodoo. There's actual brain science behind this madness. Humans, especially teenagers, crave novelty, social connection, and laughter. When class feels repetitive, their brains tune out to save energy. But when something unpredictable happens, a banana becomes a prop, a teacher gasps dramatically, or the whole class starts freezing like living statues, their brains wake up. They pay attention because their brain is thinking, wait, this is new. I might need this information to survive. Spoiler, they don't, but we'll take the engagement anyway. And when students laugh, dopamine fires up. That's the brain's way of saying, hey, this feels good. Let's remember it. So yes, the laughter in your CI class isn't just fun. It's neurologically productive. Every silly prop, dramatic gasp, or fake telenovela moment rewires their emotional connection to learning. Suddenly, language isn't that boring class where we do worksheets. It's that weirdly fun class where we never know what's going to happen next. That's the magic. That's the buy-in. And once they're bought in, everything, acquisition, participation, retention, gets easier. Let's get real for a second. If your class is dead, it doesn't mean you're a bad teacher. It means you're human. Every teacher, no matter how experienced, has days where the energy just flatlines. The trick isn't to avoid those days, it's to know how to revive them fast. These 3 hacks, the plot twist hook, move it over or snooze it, and fake it until they wake it, make your energy toolkit. Use them when you see the light fading behind your students' eyes. Use them when you need to shift from ugh to okay, this is kind of fun. You don't need perfect lessons, perfect slides, or perfect energy. You just need tools that work when nothing else does. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Scott, I love this, but my brain is fried, my prep time is gone, and I can't think of another banana-related activity to save my life, good news. You don't have to. That's literally why I made the CI Survival Kit. It's your monthly lifeline packed with ready-to-use story slides, engagement games, no prep hooks, and new Ask a Story slides in Spanish, French, and German. You open it, project it, and suddenly your class is alive again, even if you haven't slept since Thursday. So before your class flatlines again, go grab it. Seriously, it's the difference between surviving and thriving in your CI classroom. So to recap, when your class dies, and it will, you don't panic. You drop a plot twist to reawaken curiosity. Get them moving to reset their brains. Channel your inner dramatic telenovela teacher until the laughter returns. These aren't gimmicks, they're connection tools. Because when students are curious, laughing, and moving, they're learning. And the best part, you can do all of this in 3 minutes. You don't need a magic wand, just a little weirdness, a little confidence, and maybe a banana. Now, if you like this video and you want to go deeper into engagement strategies that keep your class alive all year long, don't stop here. Your next watch needs to be my video, Engagement Unlocked, Top 5 Hacks Every Language Teacher Needs. Trust me, it's packed with ideas you can literally try tomorrow. You'll discover the 5 engagement principles that I use to keep even my most "it's too early for this" students alert, smiling, and speaking in the target language. Click that link on the screen or head to the description to watch Engagement Unlocked, Top 5 Hacks Every Language Teacher Needs next, and keep your momentum going. Because once you master these engagement tricks, your students won't just show up, they'll show up excited. Thanks for watching, teachers. You're doing the hard work, and you're doing it brilliantly. Keep it weird, keep it comprehensible, and keep your llama where you can see it. Happy comprehensible input.